position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down. Finding open areas. Turning it on. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. On the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Just keep slinging it. Floats it out in space. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's a heat. Oh, goes right through think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
But how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got an open man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll leave it with him. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
The give to the single back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Let's go! Right back to him on the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. After run, now throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but That thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Fires left. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. The screen, he's got wheels. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
Let's go.
Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Got his man. And it's a fumble on the play. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. This is a designed run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Going for 6. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You see the tight ends nowadays in football, they're just so athletic and they can do so many different things. And right here, this wasn't one of them that we want to brag about. He had a chance to drag across the field and make a catch, but that thing hit him right in the midst, and he just dropped it.
On 3rd and long. He has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Got it near midfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Makes the catch. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast.
Oh, he's got some space.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offense?
It's picked up. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Defense in press coverage. Quick completion to the right. At the 45 on its way. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Gets it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Let's go.
They'll give it to the back. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sake.
Open space in the middle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by just 4 to Auburn. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got a man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on fourth down. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Back to the ground game on the left. He now has 111 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The screen, and watch out. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate play. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchet. Got enough space. Touchdown LSU. A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Got it!
the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Give to the running back. There he goes. Got the first down and more. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team.
Gashing the knee on the right. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Buying some time as he moves left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Here comes the heat. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
Trying the left side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Purple and gold's got this running game going right now. And you don't want to get overzealous here, but this is a type of talent that could do what Leonard Fournette almost did when he nearly got to 2,000 yards in the season.
And I love when commentators say, I don't want to get over myself, get overzealous and get too excited. He's having a day. Get excited. This dude's a beast.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown LSU! Great job by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Runs through the tackle.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere. But you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Got some room to run. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the tailback. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions, trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. Throws it in. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Finds a little space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Gonna swing it on second down. Bringing the heat. They've got the screen set up. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you've got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
It's first down from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. Looking for room at the 40. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks and
speeding down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open, makes the catch. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on first down. He wants a big play here late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Still looking on the move. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. You can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? They're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, it was not a good day.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. Breaks into the open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail.
Sends it downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it.